you. The number's on your screen, 888-88-LEGAL. First up, I want to definitely introduce one of our partners here at PraDa Law, Alexis Garcia.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Our other partner, Jennifer Pratt.
Hello, welcome.
And of course, Yoel Damas.
Thank you for having me again, and get ready for an amazing program.
That's right. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we want to hear from you. We need to know that we need to know your questions in order for us to help you. Today we're talking about bankruptcy. The number's on your screen, 888-88-LEGAL. Give us a call. We're here to listen. We're here to represent you. And welcome to today's show.
Thank you, Jackie. Definitely. You're the motor for this program. If you call, if you participate, it's that much easier to get you the information you need. And that information's free simply by calling the number on your screen, 888-88-LEGAL. And don't forget, no matter the area of law, consultation is always free. We're going to start up today's show by going to Attorney Pratt. And Attorney Pratt, they're saying, and we discussed it last program with Attorney Garcia, that this might be a second Great Depression, not recession, depression. And it's pretty big.
That's a really huge deal because, you know, even growing up, like the last time we've heard about a depression was in the 1920s, right? It sounds like so far away, and maybe for some it is, and there are some people that may have gone through it and know exactly what this is and know that this is a dreadful situation. Right now, it looked like things were getting better in June, but with so many spikes in the COVID numbers, what we're seeing is a lot of closures. And what we're also seeing, Joelle, is that a lot of the folks that got stimulus checks, that got PPP money, that money's drying up. I mean, you can only do so much with $1,200.
That's right.
I get it. It's not that it's a little bit of money, but maybe it covers a third of your rent in Miami at least.
And our friends over in the small business community, even if they got the PPP money, it was meant to hold you over 2.5 months. We are now 3 months in. The stimulus might or might not pass this week. There may be or may not be more PPP money. I mean, there's a lot of uncertainty in the market, and I think we're feeling it, and we're seeing things turn down again. And I don't know if that's what you're seeing, Attorney Garcia, as well.
Yes, you know, I'm seeing a lot of our clients calling and really worried about their situation because the little money they have received, it's run out. July, everything's run out. They're not getting the extra money from the federal government especially. And our state government, I mean, we can't even begin to say the horrors our clients have experienced trying to get the state help. I mean, our state was one of the worst states. I think we only had 30% of our applications properly processed for unemployment. And you would go online, and then there was a second system online, and it was just a nightmare. So what I'm seeing are individuals who may have finally received a little something, now knowing it's drying out and it's gone, and they don't have anywhere to go, and they're scared. And you know, bankruptcy for a lot of these people is the option, and that's what I'm here to talk to you guys about. If you have any questions, call us. Let us know what you're thinking. Let us know what you've experienced, and ask us how we can help you. And we have so many options for you here at PraDa Law.
And bankruptcy is just one of the tools that we'll be discussing with you in today's program. And again, we have a program filled with information, especially during these uncertain times. There's a lot going on in the market. And in the last week and a half, we've seen things shut down. And the truth is, I don't think the government, even in their best intentions, expected for things to go over 3 months. And now we're here. We're over 3 months. We are at a point where I don't think even the government's figuring out what to do. And not everyone got help. Sure, some did. But I mean, even talking to our friends with the 1099s, right? I mean, what happened to them? It was limbo.
They were just lost in the shuffle is basically what happened to them. I have several clients, you know, I've mentioned this before, I've touched upon it, Uber drivers, Lyft drivers. They were hit hard with this because nobody wants a stranger to pick them up and drive them somewhere now.
Because they're business owners, but they're not. They're 1099, but they're not. And none of the programs really fit them, right?
None of it fit them, so they weren't qualifying for anything. They weren't receiving any monies. They weren't getting the unemployment. And then on top of that, they could not work at all. I mean, you know, everybody's in a bad place, but restaurant owners, okay, maybe they provided Uber, you know, so they could still, chefs could still come in and cook. Yes, limited hours, of course, everybody's been hurt, but Uber drivers drivers stopped like completely almost. You know, they were not risking their lives to pick people up. So I mean, the government, whatever intentions and plans we had, not everybody got help. Not everybody received help. But that's what we're here to do. We are here to help you.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. If you are watching this program right now, there's a number on your screen, 888-88-LEGAL. We want to hear from you. We want to help you figure this out. And it's just been an incredible year. Also, you know, COVID has affected everyone. Protect your assets. That's what we're here for. We're here to protect you. We have attorneys ready to help you all over the states. Just give us a call.
Yeah, and we're definitely here to protect your assets. And we're going to get into some of that asset protection that's available to you in bankruptcy. President of the United States has done it several times. Big companies do it all the time. And it's not a way for them to end their business. It's a way to save their business. And that's what we're here to do for you. Now, one of the things, and speaking about specifically the last 3 months that we've seen, is we've seen these banks over and over again offer people these forbearances. And during the last week of July, we've seen a lot of clients come into the office and tell us, hey, the bank is telling me I got to pay them 3 months now. And we've been telling you for 3 months, hire an attorney. How's that going, Attorney Pratt?
That's right, Attorney Damas. You know, with these forbearances, it reminds me a lot of the 2008 financial crisis, because these folks are relying on the banks, you know, giving them this break, so to speak. And I think a lot of individuals believed that what was going to happen was that the money that was owed for these last 3, 4, 5 months, however long you've been on that forbearance, that it was going to be simply deferred and put at the back of your loan. And what we're seeing clients coming in with every day now is that that's not the case. The banks want not only the 3 months that you owe them, but now moving forward, the ongoing mortgage payment. And so especially for homeowners that rent, and you've got an eviction moratorium right now, you are hurting. This is the time right now, when you're only a couple of months in arrears, to get an attorney and get us to negotiate the terms of your mortgage, of your loan, so that you can save the property that you worked so hard to get.
Well, Attorney Pratt, some servicers are coming back to us, and again, this is not official. You're not going to see this in the news, but this is what they're telling us. They're telling us that as much as 45% of their portfolios right now aren't paying. Now, what does that look like? That's going to be an ugly end. Even if we're not there today, we're going to get there. It's happening. And what you need to do is react. And one of the things you're going to do when you react is you need to protect your assets. And to do that, we're going to look at bankruptcy protection. And what does that mean? Right. Does that mean I get to keep my house under the right circumstance, Attorney Garcia?
Absolutely. Absolutely, you get to keep your house if you use your homestead protection in bankruptcy. Not to get into the technicalities, the short answer, yes.
Of course.
You can keep your house, you know. You can save your home, and you can actually use the bankruptcy. If you have one of these difficult banks, you can use the bankruptcy to help modify your loan or to help you save it. And if you're current on your home because you were fortunate enough to receive unemployment, you can use the bankruptcy then to get rid of your other debts. So there is a solution for you.
And Attorney Garcia, when you talked about, I think I heard you say, without saying it, the word modification.
Yes.
And you said that basically within the bankruptcy system, and we want people to remember the simple M&M, like the candy. Nice and sweet and beautiful,
Absolutely.
And the judge takes care of you. It's actually the MMM, right?
The MMM program, yeah, Mortgage Modification Mediation Program. Absolutely. It's a great tool to use. It's a great way to save your home and put pressure on your bank to do the right thing.
Well, we're going to talk about that MMM. We're going to get into why there's so much teeth, why the judges love to force the banks to come to the table on that MMM. Regardless of that, we're also going to talk about just regular modifications, how to get a modification done without having to file bankruptcy. At our firm, we don't just push bankruptcy. It might be just one of the options that you might have to be able to get you through these tough times. And we're going to talk about all those solutions when we come right back. It's simple. 888-88-LEGAL. 888-88-LEGAL. Don't go anywhere.
I know you're home right now asking yourself, how? How will I pay my rent, my mortgage, my bills, my credit card debt? I'm attorney Alexis Garcia with PraDa Law. I've personally helped people with financial problems over the last 10 years. I understand what you are going through. We saw people lose it all in the 2008 financial crisis. You don't have to lose it all. The consultation is free. Call us now. I will help protect what you have built. You have nothing to lose by calling us. Call us now. These are trying times. This deadly virus is affecting our health, economy, jobs, our small business owners. Bankruptcy protection may be able to save assets and immediately stop your creditors from harassing you. Small business owners, employees of business of any size, we know you need help. Call us now. We will help you get back on your feet. Don't wait until it's too late. This is the time to call.
Sé que estás en la casa ahora mismo preguntándote, ¿cómo voy a pagar la hipoteca, la renta, los biles, las tarjetas de crédito? Soy la abogada Jennifer Pratt con PraDa Law. Yo personalmente he ayudado a las personas con problemas financieros durante los últimos 10 años. Yo entiendo por lo que estás pasando. Vimos cómo la gente lo perdió todo durante la crisis financiera del 2008. No tienes que perderlo todo. Llama ahora. La consulta es gratis. Te ayudaremos a proteger todo lo que has construido durante todos estos años. Sabemos que estos son tiempos difíciles. Este virus mortal está amenazando nuestra salud, nuestra economía, nuestros empleos y a los propietarios de nuestras pequeñas empresas. La consulta es gratis. Llame ahora. Te ayudaremos a recuperarte. No esperes hasta que sea demasiado tarde. Llame ya.
Welcome back to PraDa Law Live. We are talking today bankruptcy, ladies and gentlemen. There's a number on your screen. We want you to call us. We want to represent you. The number is 888-88-LEGAL. It's simple. The consultation is free. And we're here to talk, ladies and gentlemen. Yoel, lead us into it.
Thank you, Jackie. And thank you for reminding our potential clients and our listening audience that the number is easy. And it's easy to call and it's easy to interact. And it's free. It's free. There's no reason for you not to dial that number, 888-88-LEGAL. There's no reason to ask for a consultation because that consultation is also free. So you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. And over the break, I was discussing with Attorney Garcia and Attorney Pratt why it's important for things to happen early. And both Attorney Garcia and Attorney Pratt were heavy into negotiations and Attorney Garcia bankruptcies during the 2008 financial crisis. So when they're talking to you, they're talking to you from experience because they've lived it, because they've helped people as attorneys from back to the last crisis. And that's important. That experience matters. Sure, every case is different, but that experience matters. And one of the things you guys were discussing over the break is how important it is to get early. And I don't know if you guys could just lead into it and go straight into that, because I think it's important for the public to hear this.
Absolutely. You know, the earlier you come to us, obviously, the less your arrears are, you know, your balance due to the bank or to whoever it is that you owe money on the mortgage or on the note on whatever particular property that you're trying to save. And so obviously the earlier you come to us, the better we can. But one thing we were talking about during the break is that we actually have a case, and every case is different, but we actually have a case in our office where the individual has not paid how long, Attorney Garcia?
About 10 years it's been since he's paid his mortgage.
10 years.
Wait, I wasn't going to interrupt, but 10 years? I didn't know that fact.
Yes, 10 years.
10 years they haven't paid, and so this is actually a second mortgage, commonly known as a HELOC, correct? Like an equity line?
An equity line.
And they hadn't paid, but they're current on their first. For whatever reason, the second mortgage, the second bank decided to file a foreclosure. This individual came to us fairly late in the game, I may say. I would not recommend you get here so late, pretty much almost at the point of getting a sale date. And what I think a lot of people don't understand, and I'd love for Attorney Garcia to elaborate on this, is that your second mortgage, that equity line, can foreclose on you and can take your home away, correct?
Oh, absolutely. And what we're seeing now, and this isn't the only client that has the same situation, we have another client, two other clients, I believe, that their equity lines who after 8-10 years have reappeared and are attempting now to either foreclose or start foreclosure procedures. And absolutely, you can lose your house because of a HELOC, because of an 80-20 purchase. You know, that was happening back in the boom, the 80-20 purchases. you can lose your home. They will foreclose. This individual was on the brink of losing his home, and because he took action, because he got an attorney, we were able to get a resolution for him. We were able to get a loan modification. And now, even though we are in a crisis, this crisis is slightly different than 2008. We haven't seen the property prices plummet as much as before. So at this time, don't ignore those second mortgages. You know, you have to confront them, and you don't only have to react, you should be proactive. You should call us. You should see us, and you should let us guide you and help you and see what your options are, because this individual we helped, he wasn't in bankruptcy and he didn't need to be.
Attorney Garcia, and again, I was going to let you guys go over these facts, but I'm just I'm amazed by the facts, and that is, you're telling me that 10 years without paying. Now, did this ghost loan just show up one day? It just showed up.
Pretty much hit.
Hi, you owe me money.
Yeah, pretty much.
So there could be a lot of people out there right now that owe money because of those HELOCs and those 80/20s back from 2006, 7, 8, right? I mean,
that's what they are. That's exactly what we're seeing.
And in fact, in this particular case, and again, every case is different, the confusion, and again, I want to be clear. I mean, you can come to us at any time, but I would hope that you don't wait 10 years to come to us. But okay, every case is different. But
well, wait. Most people would be foreclosed and lose their house,
right?
Especially they didn't have counsel.
They didn't pay for 10 years, but they got hit or served with a foreclosure action about a year or two ago, maybe about a year ago, and they've been very aggressive in the case. And like I said, this client came to us with almost a sale date, and we've been able to not only pause the foreclosure, which is a whole other conversation, having an attorney in court and having somebody negotiating with the bank, but in this particular case, and I think this is very interesting, and people should listen in, especially if you're still in the same home from the 2008 crisis, and especially if you got what was called a loan modification back then. The reason this individual never paid the second loan is because they believed, mistakenly so, that when they got a mod about 10 years ago, that second mortgage was included in that first mortgage payment. And it wasn't.
And then, of course, there was no equity back then. So since there was, nobody cared.
Nobody cared.
But now there's equity.
Oh, now they learned there's a lot of equity.
There's a lot of equity in the home now. And that's the same exact thing we have with another client, where we're currently working to modify the second mortgage. He got a loan modification on his first mortgage a couple years back, and now look, this second one appeared out of nowhere.
Really?
Yep.
So if you had an 80/20, if you had one of these liar loans or any type of loan from that crisis, even if you modified, that second mortgage not necessarily went away. And the truth is, it might be a lingering debt just waiting to come and take your home. And we're going to go to a break in a few minutes, so it might be a little bit too deep to get into that right now. But one of the things we want to talk about, why early is better, especially with the avalanche of cases that we believe are coming. And again, this is coming from people that were around, myself, Attorney Garcia, Attorney Pratt. We were around in 2008. We saw what happened, and we saw how getting in early actually benefited. And that's a very important thing to do, and that's to get in early. We're going to talk about why, and we're going to talk about some deep bankruptcy issues, how to protect your assets, and some modification issues, and even defending foreclosures. Don't wait a year. That's a tough case. If you get us in right away, your chances are better. Every case is different, but your chances are better. Simple. 888-88-LEGAL. 888-88-LEGAL. We're going to a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.
I know you're home right now asking yourself, how? How will I pay my rent, my mortgage, my bills, my credit card debt? I'm attorney Alexis Garcia with PraDa Law. I've personally helped people with financial problems over the last 10 years. I understand what you are going through. We saw people lose it all in the 2008 financial crisis. You don't have to lose it all. The consultation is free. Call us now. I will help protect what you have built. You have nothing to lose by calling us. Call us now. These are trying times. This deadly virus is affecting our health, economy, jobs, our small business owners. Bankruptcy protection may be able to save assets and immediately stop your creditors from harassing you. Small business owners, employees of business of any size, we know you need help. Call us now. We will help you get back on your feet. Don't wait until it's too late. This is the time to call.
Sé que estás en la casa ahora mismo preguntándote cómo voy a pagar la hipoteca, la renta, los biles, las tarjetas de crédito. Soy la abogada Jennifer Pratt con PraDa Law. Yo personalmente he ayudado a las personas con problemas financieros durante los últimos 10 años. Yo entiendo por lo que estás pasando. Vimos cómo la gente lo perdió todo durante la crisis financiera del 2008. No tienes que perderlo todo. Llama ahora. La consulta es gratis. Te ayudaremos a proteger todo lo que has construido durante todos estos años. Sabemos que estos son tiempos difíciles. Este virus mortal está amenazando nuestra salud, nuestra economía, nuestros empleos y a los propietarios de nuestras pequeñas empresas. La consulta es gratis. Llame ahora. Te ayudaremos a recuperarte. No esperes hasta que sea demasiado tarde. Llame ya.
Welcome back to PraDa Law Live. We're here. I'm Jackie Mendez. I'm your host. And we've been talking with attorney Garcia, attorney Pratt, and attorney Damas. We're here to talk about bankruptcy. We're here to help you with your issues, any questions that you may have. The number's on your screen, 888-88-LEGAL. Please give us a call. We want to know. We want to hear your questions.
Thank you, Jackie. And over the break, we were talking about arrears and stripping, but not that type of stripping and not that type of arrears. We were talking about bankruptcy.
Not today, at least.
And I'll let you guys take this conversation over. What do you mean about arrears, and how do you strip in bankruptcy?
Okay, I'll take this then, Jennifer. Okay, so to strip in bankruptcy, basically what you're doing is you're stripping a mortgage from your home. A mortgage attaches to your home, which that's what gives the bank the right to take your house from you, to foreclose. So you come into bankruptcy and you strip it. You get it rid of away from your home. That typically works best with a second mortgage. So these second mortgages that are floating out there that may have the potential to take your home from you, you need to come in, see us, let us analyze your case. Every case is different, but you may be able to get rid of it entirely.
So not everybody qualifies for stripping, but
Correct.
If they do, then
it's gone. It's such a fantastic tool. Okay, if you qualify for a lien strip, what's going to happen is you don't pay it. It's gone. You take it off from your home. Since a mortgage is recorded in the public records, you send something to the public records and that mortgage doesn't exist. It's like it's not even there. The bank has no right to foreclose. If a foreclosure was previously filed, the foreclosure stops because of the stripping of the mortgage.
Sounds too good to be true.
It's in the bankruptcy code. It's a tool that's out there. It's a tool that's available to you. And the sooner you use it, the better. And we can help you with that.
Wait, you're saying that if I took money at the closing of my house, I took 20, 30, 100, 50,000, whatever it is, I can now eliminate it through bankruptcy and not owe that money?
Absolutely, 100%, and not run the risk of losing your home. What a lot of individuals will tell you is, and there's a lot of bad advice out there, oh no, you can keep your home if you don't pay it. That's not true, and I've heard attorneys give advice like that. If you have a mortgage, the only way you're gonna save your home is if you pay your mortgage, okay? Free houses don't exist. You have to know the proper legal channels to save your home, and they're out there. And one of them, without paying, it's almost like getting your home for free, is stripping a second mortgage, and it is something that is available.
Well, sounds like an amazing tool is what it sounds like. I mean, and if someone could take advantage of it, all they need to do is come in, get that free consultation. We'll look at the value, and we'll be able to tell them if we think it's something that could be done. We'll talk to them straight up.
Absolutely.
Right?
I've had a client come in the last couple of weeks who wanted to try a lien strip, but I told him you just don't qualify. Your property has equity. Another client it worked for. So it all depends. It's case by case, and I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm here to make things easier for you and to get you out of this situation, not to sell you lies.
Now, speaking to our friends, like many that are in arrears,
yes.
What happens with them, and what could we do for them?
Okay. Well, I mean, the less arrears you have coming into bankruptcy, the easier it is.
Well, hold on. What are arrears?
Arrears are what is owed to a mortgage company, what you are behind in paying. So if you've missed 1 year of payments, you're a year behind, a year in arrears, plus whatever interest and fees. all of this adds up. The more time you fall behind, the more arrears you have, the less opportunities a bank gives you to become current, and the more difficult it becomes to be current. That's why in this case you want to be proactive. You want to see you're 3 months behind. All right, let's not get to 6. Let's do something now. Let's deal with those arrears now, whether it be through a loan modification, through a bankruptcy, whatever option is going to best suit you and your unique financial situation.
Thank you so much, Attorney Garcia. So much information. Ladies and gentlemen, the number is on your screen. It's an easy number, 888-88-LEGAL. Give us a call. We want to represent you. We want to help you to protect your assets during this time, during this pandemic that we're all experiencing together. So
that's right, Jackie. And all they got to do is call, right?
Absolutely.
It's pretty simple. And going to Attorney Pratt, outside of bankruptcy, because, you know, we don't agree here that bankruptcy is a bad word. Right. It's a new beginning.
Right.
But no matter how many times we tell our clients, it's a new beginning. Companies use it all the time. Don't feel ashamed. Don't feel bad about it. It's actually a great tool. We understand some people, no matter what, just don't want the stigma of bankruptcy. Is there things that could be done prior to a bankruptcy?
Absolutely, and the more reason why, if you're one of those individuals that do not want to consider bankruptcy, at least immediately or in the near future, you should come to us early on. You can try through our law firm to negotiate the debt. We can try to get you a loan modification on the mortgage that you're trying to get current on or that you're behind on. We can also negotiate whatever debts you have, so beyond mortgage. So if you're somebody that's just drowning in credit card debt, or you have a repossession, we have cases in the office where the cars have been repoed during this pandemic. A lot of people don't know that because the car got taken away, you still owe that loan. And so allow us, attorneys with experience, attorneys that can file a bankruptcy if we need to.
I'm sorry, Attorney Pratt, so they take your car and you still owe the money?
Absolutely. It's just like the houses. They take your house and they sell it at the auction. You still owe the deficiency. It's called a deficiency. Absolutely. And a lot of people don't know that when your car gets repoed, and it may not happen right away, but a couple of months down the line, you're going to get a lawsuit that says, hi, I know we took your car in the middle of the night, but now you still owe $16,000 or whatever it is on that loan. We can try to negotiate that for you.
Wow. I don't think the public, our clients, the listeners, understand that. It's important to understand where you really stand legally. And the only way to do that is to talk to an attorney. And that's why we make ourselves available for free. The consultation is free. Based on the type of area of law, we might even take on the case for free. Other areas, we got to charge you a fair price. That's another thing. When you come to our firm, the price is always going to be fair, and we're always going to give you payment plan or some type of option. The point is, don't walk out without counsel, right?
Absolutely, Attorney Damas, and because we are a general practice law firm where we handle bankruptcy, we handle foreclosure, we handle loan mods, we are in it to win it for you. We can also offer you packages where, in case this, we've got this, and we've got this, and we've got a package for you that can be affordable, payment plans extended, so that you're able to afford our services and we can help you in your time of need.
Now, I want to close because we're coming up to about 2 minutes in time, but it's important for people to call now early because there's going to be an avalanche. Mathematically, it's impossible. And I would love for things to be great, but they're not. And they're going to get worse. And we're talking to people that lived through 2008, and the people that made out the best got in early, got their loan mod early, got into the system early. And the reason for that, Attorney Garcia and then Attorney Pratt, and quickly, right. I'm sorry.
The earlier you come with proper representation, the better deals. I mean, you had principal reductions early on. There's so many. You need proper representation, and you need an attorney to help find these plans for you, because the bank, they're just not going to give them to you.
I believe that a lot of the lenders are going to be in a situation where they're going to want to negotiate with you because, as Attorney Damas said at the beginning of the show, if you've got 45% of your I'm no numbers girl, okay? I'm just a lawyer. But if you've got 45% of your folks not paying you, and you've got somebody saying, hey, I may not be able to pay you what I used to pay you, but I can pay you something, I'm going to work with you.
Attorney Garcia, Attorney Pratt, Mrs. Mendez, thank you very much. Thank you to our listeners. Don't wait another week. Don't wait for our next program. It's very simple. 888-88-LEGAL. I'll repeat it again. Lock it into your phone. 888-88-LEGAL. 888 legal. That simple. We're PraDa Law. Thank you for having us in your home today.